But you said there's only one episode of this.
Yeah.
Ever made.
Yes.
Okay. They cancelled it, or what happened? There was just...
Yeah, it did not do well. We're about to watch it, and you're going to find out why. Hello and welcome to Incomplete Geeks, a gay geek podcast where we explore various different geekdoms. Sometimes we're the expert, sometimes our knowledge is a little bit incomplete.
Sorry, that was too loud. I think leaned into it as well. I'll fix it later.
I'm Nick. I also have an off-putting, slightly Australian accent sometimes. This is John, the master of phagmatism.
I do my best.
What episode is this?
35.
This is episode 35, and we are going to watch along to Pryde of the X-Men.
Yeah.
The first ever X-Men animated show.
Yes. You think you like the X-Men 90s cartoons? Well, there was one before.
Oh, yeah. And for clarity, you've never seen this?
I've never seen it until today.
Today. I have seen this probably 700,000 times and know it word for word, but I'm interested to see if I notice anything different watching it as an adult, because I haven't watched it in a long time.
Yeah.
What are you expecting?
And when we say you've seen it, there's one episode of it.
To give you an idea of how good it is, if you haven't seen it, it never got a second one.
No, one episode. The pilot was never picked up, so I hear.
That was it. So we're going to go straight into it. So join us as we watch...
Review,
comment, and experience Pryde of the X-Men. Take it away, Stan.
Take it away, Stan. That's good. I'm ready. Let's do this.
Yay! I'm so excited.
Oh my god, we're gonna have ads as well.
We are, but this is the magic of editing.
Oh yeah. Am I gonna get the theme tune?
Oh yeah.
Oh, is it really?
Oh, oh yeah. Here we go.
Right. Skip ad.
Have a voice in your future.
Video store. Remember those things?
Here we go.
Okay.
Maybe watch the whole music and then you can pause.
Do not pause with the music.
No. Here we go.
Oh, it's really fun now, actually. I quite like it.
I have no idea what the lyrics in that middle bit say. I'm pretty sure they say penetrate and plunder at one point, which I loved. Even if they don't, that's what I say.
Penetrate them. Yeah, of course you have to.
Like thunder. Yeah.
It's very reminiscent of the 90s X-Men because you can tell it's the same logo, obviously. And you got similar animation as well. In fact, I think this animation is actually better.
It's such good animation. Everything else is garbage.
Yeah.
Everything else is terrible.
So you got Colossus is a main character, it looks like, in Nightcrawler there. Who's that woman?
Let's carry on.
That's fine.
This is Stan Lee of Marvel Comics warning you to look around you.
Is it actually Stan Lee?
Your friends. You never know which one of them may be a mutant. I am Magneto. Release me. I command it.
I love the exposition.
I've never seen anything like it. Why, you...
Can I just say?
Yes.
He's ripped as fuck.
I was thinking that as well.
I feel I would have noticed that as a kid, but just looking at his quads and the abs that come through.
I saw the abs.
His chainmail outfit.
Chainmail? I'm sure it's like, I don't know.
It's got to be metal because he's Magneto. That's how he flies.
Something like metallic lycra or anything.
I don't think they had it back then.
Maybe not. But how do they do that? He's basically just like, he could be wearing nothing and that's the color of his skin. Like, he's so ripped.
How does it come
so
dense. More so than in the animated series, I think. They've really lent into this hot daddy Magneto.
To be fair, that's what they did in the comics back in the day as well.
They're doing it now. Oh,
They still
we're
are,
all
yeah.
enjoying it. Anyway.
And they do. You can tell that this is like a pilot episode because they're like putting in all the exposition. Like, I'm Magneto. Like, yes, we know that, but for new kids,
Colonel Chappie, come in, please. Come.
is his name Chappie?
I don't know.
It sounded like come in, Chappie.
Colonel
Chappie.
Chaffney.
Hey, Chappie.
It could be anything.
Sounds like Chappie.
Okay.
Anyway.
Boy, it's sinking.
Men are so helpless against the mental powers of the White Queen.
What is her voice?
But it's Emma fucking Frost.
Emma Frost should not sound like that.
No, she should sound pompous and slightly English.
Yes.
Because she's...
Slightly English, yeah, because
But she's not, but she's from
like
Boston.
the kind of accent that Frasier has. Like it's clearly American, but like
exactly.
but
And
I
he's
speak
from-
very well.
He's from Boston as well. The character's from Boston as well, and she's from Boston.
Oh really? Well there you go.
Oh,
Connection confirmed. But no, I don't like this voice at all. It sounds too weird. Maybe that's how she's witchy. Yeah, was that what they were going for? I wonder if they were like, we need to make her a villain. We'll see if she continues to be a villain, but like, we need to make her sound evil.
She's definitely a villain.
Okay.
In the 80s, she was also super villain in the comic.
She did become like an anti-hero type character.
Not
so-
until like 96
Okay, fair enough.
onwards.
Such a good character.
Oh, she's so good.
No.
Oh, all of that was no.
What was that?
First of all, flying.
Oh yeah.
She flew in.
That's a no.
No. And then, but like, she could technically make a psychic spear if she wants to. She's done similar
Right.
stuff, but she just never ever has.
But that's like similar to what Psylocke does, isn't it? Like her whole thing is
Sure.
about creating
Yeah.
psychic
This
weapons.
was before Psylocke had weapons, long before she was Asian. So she did it first.
Yeah. Nope. Didn't like
But
that.
yes, and now that you've pointed out her awful witchy nasal voice, I can't unhear it, and it's really upsetting.
Sorry. Right. Ready?
Colonel Chaffee! Colonel Chaffee! Colonel...
It is Chappie.
It's Chaffee.
I hear Chappie. Colonel Chappie. Makes me think of that robot.
I don't think
phone.
that's not an important. That's not an important fact.
Fine.
With that, burgers. Mutant on the loose, son.
Creeps too.
Or not Jubilee.
Miss Pryde, it has come to my attention that you have a mutant power, the ability to walk through solid matter.
Because if you have a mutant population and a telepath, you're just gonna send her a letter. Just send her a letter. Just send her something in the post. Like, dear Miss Pryde, I know you're going to be persecuted for this, but it comes to my attention that you have a mutant power.
Yeah, but he's not gonna like if he like projected or just showed up. That'd be weird.
It just seems weird that he sent a letter.
It was the 80s. That's what
Okay.
we did. Pen pals.
Pen pals. I had a pen pal.
I didn't. We didn't have a postal system.
Because you were in the backwards country.
We sure as shit were. Before we carry on, can we just say the voice actor for Kitty Pryde is Kath Soucie?
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Do you know who Kath Soucie is?
I recognize the name. She's done so much.
This was in pure 80s, like peak, I would have seen in the 90s.
Yeah.
So, maybe it was. Anyway,
She's done.
And I was like in my cartoon prime and figuring out who the voice actors were. So she was Linka from Captain Planet, which
Right,
of
okay.
course was my big love. And then you hear her in other stuff.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
and
yeah.
she was the voice of this. And
You
like,
know, I do that all the time. I do that all the time with the video games nowadays. Because
I love the voice, knowing the voice actors or recognizing the voice actors.
Yeah.
When it's not celebrities, it's just actual good voice actors.
Yeah.
And Kath Soucie is one of the best.
She's done loads of stuff. I think she was one of the Powerpuff Girls.
No, she was in
Rugrats?
Powerpuff Girls. She was definitely Rugrats. She was Phil and Lil and the mum.
Yeah.
She was in Dexter's Lab as the mum.
Oh, really?
She's mainly done lots of comedy. However, sidetrack, she was recently in the latest series of Young Justice, which is the DC show of the sidekicks, and she was Aquaman's wife. She was Mira.
Oh, right, okay.
And it took me a while to notice because it was the first time she's not done like goofy comedy in ages, and fuck me, she was badass, so good. I'm really sad that show is being like stalled or cancelled again. But anyway,
Pandemic.
Kath Soucie,
She's great.
fucking ace.
I like her.
Kitty Pryde. Here we go.
Go for it.
I believe you call it phasing.
What are you?
Don't be stunned.
This is what he could have done.
I'm just projecting an image of myself for you to follow. I am Professor Charles Xavier, also known as Professor X.
Wait a minute. Did you see her shoes?
No. I was obsessed with the fact that he's projecting to her now.
She's like wearing like little sandal things with her. Anyway, see if they keep animating.
The X-Men.
All the things you mentioned in this letter, no one knows. Not even my parents.
Which is exactly why you don't send a fucking letter. You could be outing her as a mutant in a very dangerous situation.
What would the alternative be?
Just come to her house.
I know, that's what they did in the comics. Like, they go to the house.
Yeah.
In Dark Phoenix.
Come, we'll meet the others.
Roll call!
Here's the control center
Yeah.
for the danger room. Next to Allison Blair, the Dazzler.
Really?
She can transform some.
Dazzler. Mm-hmm. Because at this point, Jean was dead.
In the comic run.
comics.
Okay.
So they weren't going to use her. And I think if it lines up, sorry if I got the dates wrong, they were kind of, or at least Chris Claremont was kind of pushing, so when they were going to do X Factor, so bringing the original team back together, they're like, we're going to bring Jean back from the dead. He's like, no, here's, you can do all these different options, and one option was going to be Dazzler.
Yeah.
So that might be why she's prominently placed.
Interesting. Like, you wouldn't think of her as like one of the prime lineup of
This lineup of X-Men has never been
like duplicated, never been.
like Cyclops and Nightcrawler were never in the X-Men at the same time as Dazzler. She was only in the Outback era.
Okay.
And if she's there, then Psylocke would be around, but she wasn't ninja. So anyway,
Fine. I also noticed that Wolverine is kind of sporting like a very 80s look as well, like those
brown
colors. The brown one, yeah.
Yeah.
That's their 80s thing.
just wait till Wolverine stuff.
Okay.
Be ready. 'Cause
Oh, I'm ready.
Toyline, you left before I could properly welcome you. Welcome.
that is so much creepier than I remember. Like, she's not scared of you because you look like a demon. She's scared of you because you're a predator, Kurt.
Oh, Kurt. He never does it.
No.
You left before I could give you a proper
She's
welcome.
14 years old. Canonically,
Kurt,
like she
no.
says in the scene later on, she's 14 years old.
Like, I don't like his sort of religious bent, but at least it's something.
But he's always very, very charming and lovely. But she's 14.
Yeah.
He was never like that with Kitty.
Is that a choice, or is that like because this is the 80s? Like,
I don't think they meant it like that. I thought they meant to make it like, oh look, he's so charming and friendly. It's creepy.
No, it doesn't.
It is so. I had never noticed that. I paused at the bad point. This is what you need to pay attention to.
I love all the accents, by the way, and like the.
Oh.
Boy, I know.
What? She's not drawn in the X-Men, is she? She's just a kid.
What?
Can't you see the girl is...
What?
So they made him Australian. Bad Australian.
That doesn't sound. That's not where my brain went first.
Where did it go?
It's like it sounded like a really bad Cockney accent.
Oh yeah, which I suppose is an American trying to do, like a bad American actor trying to do Australian would probably come out Cockney.
No, Logan. No.
The rumor has it, I don't know if it's true, is when they were doing the whatever for, you'll see Pyro's in it as well, and Pyro is Australian.
Right.
And so I think there's a line in the script where he calls him a dingo because he's Australian.
Wait,
And
who
so
calls who a dingo?
I think Wolverine calls Pyro a dingo.
Yeah. Okay.
Which I should have waited until then. Or something like that. And so that's in the script. And so I think when they cast it, they thought, oh, he's Australian too. That's a rumor.
I don't actually understand, but it just sounds wrong.
I mean, it's not a good Australian accent.
And it's a bad accent anyway. Like, I'm American and I know that's a bad accent.
Okay, well, that's the reveal.
Oh my god, okay.
Here we go.
That's reveal number 1.
Yeah.
Scared. Don't you remember what it was like when you first discovered you were a mutant?
Storm can do no wrong. In terms of
Good
her,
accent, though. It's like quite African-y.
it's like
the
a
80s.
tint of African.
Yeah, I think that's quite good, actually, in hindsight. Also, he doesn't remember what it's like, Aurora, and you know that. You know he has no memory. Harsh.
What, is it really?
What?
That he doesn't have a memory? Oh, because
It's
that's
his entire character.
that is okay. That is
But anyway, it's a throwaway line.
I
But
do-
yeah, it's a good actor.
I do like it as well. Like, it kind of in spite of Wolverine's sort of gratingly wrong accent, they're really sort of laying into an international team.
Which was the whole point of this the second generation of X-Men anyway, wasn't it? Because you had a Native American and an Irish, the German, the Russian, the African.
Who's the name?
And a Japanese. That was the second lineup of the X-Men. Thunderbird?
Oh, okay.
He was killed off. Like 2 issues in. His
that
purpose
because
was to be
he-
killed.
Oh.
Orcs.
So
And the Japanese one left immediately as well because they didn't know how to write him. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
International X-Men, which is the whole point. But it's a good storm.
Fine. Yeah.
Anyway,
let's get into this.
If Magneto should win, the human race will become slaves of the evil mutants. Kitty, your scrambling Cerebro's defensive circuits.
I think that's good though, like because you would back away, her power activated, and it disrupts technology.
that's fine. I just like how things are blowing up outside, and Professor X is like, oh, "Yes, here's the expedition. It's our sworn duty to protect her." She's like,
Gotta explain it to Kitty.
Don't do that.
Bitch.
This is went complete 180 on her. Anyway, that's all. I liked it.
Protect the circuit at all.
I thought the helmet could protect him from the.
That's
claws.
from the films. That's bullshit.
Oh really?
Yep.
Fine.
Sort of bullshit. Juggernaut's helmet
Yes.
prevents that.
But Juggernaut's helmet has the ruby that gives him the powers.
No, the helmet doesn't have that. The helmet just stops psychic stuff, so they always have to get the helmet off.
Interesting.
But the ruby, I don't know where the ruby. If it's sometimes they put it in him, sometimes it's just gone.
yeah. Okay. Interesting. Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Why not join me?
No! Normal humans and mutants
Look at
don't
her
have
shoes.
to be enemies.
Oh my god, they're she's wearing socks and those strappy sandals.
Truly tragic.
So what is this helmet for then?
They made him look cool.
I thought so, okay. It works.
Yeah.
The world is mine.
Well, you failed in your first mission, Kitty cried.
The X-Men race to the Deep Space Observatory for a showdown with Magneto's deadly allies, the Blob and Pyro. To fire!
Was that Stan Lee again?
What do you want? Nothing. Just take over Earth.
Blob is not Russian. They made him Russian as well.
Really?
Nothing, just take over.
I couldn't tell. I thought it was just being thick.
Oh, do you think? It sounded.
I
maybe,
didn't-
'cause
I
he
wasn't
is-
listening good enough.
Oh, okay. Well, he sounded Russian.
Okay.
Colossus, take care of this.
Wait a second. When Colossus does that, before he does it, he's wearing a suit, but it's not metal. Is it just literally a V shape, and there's his skin on the other side?
What are you talking about?
Go back a few seconds.
You can do.
Comet.
Watch when I'll pause it when he's standing there.
What, Pyro? We've been expecting you.
That's he's just wearing a little V thing. And then on the side,
Oh, yeah.
it's just open skin.
Look at
that!
Woo! Oh, yeah.
I did want to make a costume like that for Halloween one year.
Silver, though. Or,
With
or
the silver.
Or tits out.
I would craft this whatever fabric and the belt and the tight short shorts. And then the rest of it was silver skin paint.
Titties out.
Titties out, but I need the body for it first.
Any minute now.
Any day now, yeah.
Get away from me, beast.
Was that her? Is that the dragon?
Lockheed.
Lockheed. Who's that supposed to be? Toad.
Yeah.
I did it, mister. I did Kurt didn't die. I found him.
Where should I put
I'll
it?
just airbrush these things away.
Kitty.
Moves his legs.
Oh.
I'll show you. I'll hold it, Kitty.
What?
Wolverine.
I can't get over her shoes. She's wearing socks and sandals, and I never noticed.
Never noticed it?
In the thousands of times I've seen this.
I can't get over his accent. He's like, oh, rah, 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 which I think he's trying to be Cockney, but it just...
Is it Cockney or is it
It does sound
Australian?
it does sound slightly Australian, but it's because there's the stereotypical Dick Van Dyke,
Yeah, it is very. Bobby, wow. Cox and Robert.
Bit of all strife.
Yeah. Oh, well, let's see how it
He
goes.
may not be Mr. Sunshine, but he isn't your enemy.
Okay.
This is it.
High stakes.
Unless the X-Men can stop Magneto, mankind is doomed.
What's happened?
Howdy, if Kate stays here, she'll just get in the way.
Oh,
Stop.
I'm sorry.
I think it is Cockney.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Australian.
No, I don't.
Or I still think he's trying to be Australian, but it's just coming out Cockney.
Oh, Dingo! Not there
Call
yet.
me a kid. I am 14 years old. Wish me luck.
Oh yeah, I wonder what it was actually. It's like she's gone a complete like. I'm afraid to use my mutant powers. How do you know about them? To like, I'm gonna help you save the planet. I mean,
Yeah.
it kind of works.
Yeah.
She's like, she feels responsible.
Yeah.
Well, the story is all right. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you're a 14-year-old kid watching it, which I'm not 10 or whatever, think, damn fucking straight, I can be the X-Men. Just show up.
Yeah. I could be a hero.
Hang out with hot, sexy Colossus in his short shorts and thigh-high boots. Woo!
Good luck, my dear. Do it.
I like a little X on the helmet just to make sure.
How does he fire his optic blast through his helmet?
Because it goes through glass. I don't know. They're like laser beams, but they're not. I know they're not, but they're like they can go through the
Concussive
glass.
force. Mm-hmm. If it was red, like if the whole thing was red, then that would have been fine because it could have been ruby quartz, especially for him. But it's not.
Right,
it didn't get picked up for another episode, so that's not the hill I'm gonna die
It's
on.
just a hand wave kind of thing.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
If you can. Don't worry about us, Dingo. I'm sure we can.
Says it's a toad.
Doesn't make sense at all.
No, it doesn't. Because why would he call?
Well, that's
Toad
that
a dingo?
theory shot to shit.
So he's trying to be like
I guess he's just trying to be Australian.
bogan Australian.
But I don't know why no one would have fact checked that.
No,
Just read the comic.
It's
anyway.
it's just a word that he would use being an Australian.
I don't even think they would.
No.
Anyway. I do like the fact that it's not all about Wolverine.
Yeah.
Because that's it. We're going to focus on the others now. It's all about Kitty. Which
Yeah. Yeah.
I much prefer.
So, you've managed to get past our little welcoming committee.
Look at those titties.
Go no further.
Speaking of titties,
It's always them two, isn't it?
because they're strong.
Like, yeah, they're strong. Different power sets, though, I guess.
Pretty similar. Colossus would get his ass handed to him. Sorry, Colossus.
Yeah, probably.
Welcome.
And little did you know, in a few years, you fuck.
It all came back to that
Yeah.
one time they met on Asteroid M, the romantic plays.
And through a psychic harpoon.
And I blasted it. I
And
blasted
blew
her
it up.
psychic with my extra dimensional eye blasts. And there was from then on it was history.
It's all great. Love it. No notes.
Nothing moves the blob.
It's not Russian, it's just shit.
It's the
Let go.
Pretty Russian.
yeah.
Nightcrawler.
Again.
Fascinating, isn't it? Earth shall be destroyed in precisely 3 minutes.
Okay, wait.
Wait! I do appreciate the fact that he said precisely 3 minutes, and it was exactly 3 minutes.
Oh yeah, they planned that for sure.
I like that, and I bet you it probably times up. Because I fucking hated it in cartoons in the 80s when they were like, we've got 30 seconds left, and you have 15 minutes left of cartoon, and
yeah.
it was never timed up right. But
Yeah.
like, we probably do have 3 minutes,
3 minutes,
left.
yeah.
1806.
However, I'm upset that when he changes the direction of the asteroid or the comet, whatever, they say it'll hit the Earth in 24 hours or like in a day, and they X-Men waited for another whole fucking day.
How long does it take to get to space in your jet?
I don't know. That's how I
It
checked.
could have
but-
taken 10 fucking hours. Look how long it takes to get a train to Edinburgh.
Well, I mean, if you got a space jet, you could just go up.
I mean, it's just a plane that they use in space. What if it just took fucking hours?
What, like 23 hours?
And is it in the next 24 hours?
So he said within a day. In a day.
In less than a day.
Suddenly
15 minutes.
they've got.
I was like, clearly.
Which
is-
He said it was
Less than a day.
technically, but if
Technically.
but it was 15 minutes. You wouldn't say less than a day. It's like I'm gonna graduate in
Within
less
the-
than a year.
Within the hour. Anyway.
Anyway.
Again, I don't think that's the biggest plot hole.
No, fine.
I can help it. Magnetos in possession.
Sorry, Kitty's fucking badass.
Now, suddenly.
Kitty saving the day. Fuck you, Wolverine. Kitty saving the day.
Yeah.
I love it. This is clearly why it triggered my gay gene.
Strong female character.
Yeah.
Your own values reach
The inspiration for Buffy.
for the comet will change course back to Earth. Although you won.
Because science!
Yeah, like, that's not how it works.
But it's good. The stakes are set.
Yeah. For a kid's story.
Yeah.
I'll let it slide.
His own body must continue to complete the circuit because before he changed the course. Now they just use the power to magnetize it back, but they've got to keep it going, otherwise it will just... That doesn't make sense. Anyway.
I like how you tried to make it make sense.
Not good! Is it true what he said?
I will say she went a little Russian there,
I heard something, yeah.
because I'm guessing she was doing Linker at the same time. She was probably recording quite a lot back then. Linker, Captain Planet, and she's Russian.
Right. Okay.
It could be, it sounds Russian, or I'm just so used to her doing a Russian accent, because that's who I knew her as to be as. Anyway,
Yeah, no, it did sound a bit
a little
different.
bit Russian. Little prayer. Looks like he said a little prayer.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
He's alive.
Not for long. He's entering the Earth's atmosphere. He'll burn up.
Get the grappling beams to him. Better hurry. It's getting pretty warm in this suit.
Why does his skin look peach?
Because it's burning red and blue. Because look at this red stuff. Because he's on
Yeah, but
fire.
like-
Dramatic emphasis.
Okay, fine.
Fire the grappling beams.
No!
I was so mean to
Yes. Hug. I would like when you're in a moment of high emotions, you go and hug the tallest, strongest man that you can find.
Who's got side boob out, and
Yeah.
you are
Both side boobs
you are
out.
like right here.
Look at her. She's looking right at his.
Like, I mean, they're hard to miss.
She's like,
Take an eye out.
ow.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have a future together, don't they? In the comics.
Sure do. Oh
There
yeah.
you go. Yeah.
No, I can never make it up to him.
Don't you agree?
Well, Wolverine.
I love how we know nothing about this small purple creature.
But that's so on brand for the 80s cartoons. Like, let's just have a random monster pet who's weird and makes sounds and breathes fire. Perfect.
Yeah. And they just kind of like become friends.
Brilliant. I love it.
Yeah, they're best friends now.
Yep.
I don't actually know how they meet in the comics either. They just are just together.
He's on
Don't
an
tell me,
alien.
it's
Oh.
I mean, unless you know the answer.
I think it's during the Brood saga. So when they're off world and his planet gets killed by them, eaten by them, and he's the
Is
last
he like,
one.
is he like purely sentient as well? Or is he just like a pet?
They went back and forth. Like, they tried to make him like, turns out he could talk the whole time in the 90s. I don't like that.
No.
I don't like that. The hand was like, oh, what do you want, guys? Oh, that kind of thing. Like, no, I don't
No.
like that. Let's pretend that didn't happen.
Kitty being a member of the team. What do you think now?
So the kid got lucky that didn't make her an X-Men. Not yet.
That sounded more Australian
Yeah.
than it has.
Yes, the X-Men have won, but only for now.
All right. Frank Welker as well.
Oh, he's in everything.
Yeah.
Oh, he was probably Lockheed. And probably Toad? Yes, master. That's probably Frank Welker.
Probably,
88, I think it said.
I think I checked.
X-Men. Da-da-da-da.
Supervising producer.
89.
The X-Men and their distinctive likenesses. Aww.
There we go. Thoughts, comments, final reviews.
Why was it not picked up?
I don't know.
It was kind of...
I think it was fucking brilliant. I mean, as far as cartoons from 1989 go,
The animation was really good, actually.
say what you want about it, and there's a lot. The
Yeah.
animation was fucking brilliant.
It was good, and like I'm working my way through the '90s cartoons again, and like the it's just different. It's just
Animation,
it's
I
just,
think, is better than the animated series, than
Yeah.
the 90s one.
This one is better, yeah.
But also very stylized, very 80s.
And I didn't really watch a lot of cartoons in the '80s because I was a baby, but like
You are like 1.5 years younger than me.
just because you
Oh,
got,
I was a
you-
baby. You were 7.
I was a baby when this was out in America.
Yes.
I was a baby.
How old was I?
By the time you
1989.
got it,
Yeah, by the time I got on VHS in Bahrain.
So you're older. Yeah. No, I mean, as a setup episode, like, it was fun. I mean...
the fact that Kitty is the star, which she was in the comics. I mean, I know everyone was the star, but the point of view character. But she was definitely, the main hero in this. I like the fact that it wasn't all about Wolverine.
Yeah.
As we'll get into
It does
later.
tend to...
Which it always tends to be all about Wolverine. They didn't seem to give any more of a shit of him than they did Dazzler, who got 2 lines, but cool fucking power, a great look.
Yes, and also I like the fact that Dazzler isn't like introduced singing into a thing making fireworks.
True, yeah. They made no reference to that. It was
Yeah,
never,
and I'm sure like if it was picked up for like a longer series, they could have delved into each character a bit more, which would have been fine. But like,
yeah. Biggest pros, biggest cons of it. What would you say? Best bits, worst bits.
The best bits, I guess the story itself. I was gonna say, like like you said, the stakes were high. Like it was like it was. I wanted
the
to
bit
watch
at the
it.
end where like Kurt had to hold the thing together, and it's like you have to teleport. I think that was great. I think that's cool.
It was definitely put together in a story way, but like a lot of the things were just kind of like hand wavy way, like
a lot of hand
if he lets go, then it'll be revert back to the earth kind of thing, or
I mean, but cartoons.
or like he survived. But yeah, cartoons.
Cartoons, because cartoons they weren't. Yeah, we'll watch a He-Man episode. Jeez, it's not known for accuracy.
Yeah, exactly.
I
think worst bit is it's got to be his accent.
Wolverine.
Like, what the
it
fuck?
has to be his accent. What about Pyro's accent? It wasn't terrible. Just a
I
laboured
didn't tear it.
Australian.
Yeah, it was just like a light Australian.
Yeah.
Is the Australian in the comics as well?
Yeah.
It is okay. I think in the '90s animated series, they made him Cockney.
Because
From what I remember.
that could be Mystique now. Yeah, because Avalanche calls him Limey, which is what they call us, not you. It's what Australians call us.
Oh, it's an Australian thing. I thought
Australians call Brits.
I've heard Americans say it as well.
Because of the ships and that
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
Storm, I think her accent was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
Very regal, well spoken, not too
Clear.
laboured. I mean, I know that was part of the fun of the animated series, was how she's like, Storm's 8! That was the best part, but also the worst part.
I command the power of a hurricane.
All of that was awesome. Yeah. Kitty and her being Cat Susie as well. That's brilliant.
Yeah, I think I don't actually.
I think.
I can't. I don't know what she's supposed to look like in the comics, but
She should look more Jewish than that. She's super white there.
is Kitty Pryde Jewish?
Yes, super Jewish. Like, she's the most Jewish of Jewish characters because she was Jewish before Magneto was
Really? Okay.
allowed to be called Jewish, even though he was a Holocaust survivor
Yeah.
from Poland or whatever. And he wasn't actually called Jewish until like 2000 something. Anyway.
Right.
But yes, she's always got Star of David, Jewish hair,
I don't remember Star David.
always wearing one. Yeah. Which is super duper important.
Everyone's a secret.
But she's so white. She's wearing. Although, is that a Jewish thing? I don't know. Is that an American Jewish thing to wear
white?
socks and sandals?
Not that I'm aware of.
I don't know. I would have said it's more like a German tourist thing.
German tourist or like a dad on a camping trip.
Yeah.
You know.
Does that make her like super white? Anyway, I
Super
can't believe
white,
I didn't notice that. But yeah, because they made obviously. Did you ever play the video game?
Which one?
This video game.
For the X-Men.
This
Pryde of the X-Men.
This one. Yeah.
think
So this is how I got into X-Men comics. So we were in SeaWorld, because of course, back then before we knew. And they had an arcade because it was the 80s, 90s. And it was the X-Men arcade game. And my brother and I played, and I obviously was killed, but he carried on and he won as Dazzler. And then when we came traveling around, we saw the VHS of the arcade game.
Right.
And I was like, oh, cool, that's cool. Because
And
she
that's
has
how you watched it?
because she has cool powers. She does that.
Yes.
And throws it like that.
That makes sense.
Which looks really fucking cool on a big,
This stick the button.
Konami. Yeah. Oh, great fun. And so I watched this and then I'm like, ooh. And then in the supermarket, I saw X-Men there. I'm like, Oh, that
And as a
works.
kid, you're like, hang on.
What? And then Kitty Pryde was in. I'm like, what? It's amazing.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's what started it all. And I think it did for a lot of people because it was a good game. You can get it on your phone now. It's so basic as fuck because it's just obviously, you know, Streets of Rage style.
Well, I mean, they're releasing a lot of those old arcade games.
It was so good. Anyway.
Did you play the side topic? Did you ever play the Ninja Turtles one? They made 2.
In the 90s?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The Mega Drive one?
No, the arcade one. There's like a.
Oh.
They kind of made an NES version of it, but they made it was arcade first, where you like. The first level is like a burning building.
Probably, but only on holiday because, of course, we didn't. We
Got it on PlayStation now.
I knew it was very well loved.
Yes.
People talk a lot about the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I used to
game.
love them as well. Good fun.
There we go.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, I was expecting something like I was expecting a train wreck the way that you're building up to it.
Like the train wreck is his accent, but other than that,
Yeah. But I think it did well. Like, I mean, it was a decent pilot. Like,
I would absolutely.
if I was a kid watching it, I'd be like, show me the next one.
Give me the next fucking episode. Yeah, I would have eaten that up, but they did not. They did a lot. Yeah, it was just the time when they were making so many action 80s cartoons, and they just couldn't compete because I don't think it would have had maybe merchandise. I don't know. Just very saturated.
So are you saying that we don't really know why it wasn't picked up?
There probably is. We'll probably find out.
Somebody will tell us in that.
When was the animated series out?
92, I think.
It's not that long. It's 3 years after that. So I'm pretty sure I remember vaguely at the X-Men anniversary thing. Mm-hmm. The woman who fought, the executive producer who fought to get the animated series made, I'm pretty sure she was involved with this.
Right.
Because she was like, these characters are fucking brilliant. She didn't say fuck, but you could tell.
She meant it.
She meant to say these characters are fucking brilliant, and she fought so hard to get it on, and then Fox Kids became a thing.
Yeah.
I think they only became a thing because of X-Men, because it was so good.
Yeah.
So it was only 3 years out. It just timing.
Good.
Didn't work. Anything else you want to say about Pryde of the X-Men?
No.
Okay, good. Bye.
I mean, just that. Like, I'm glad it exists. I think it was kind of like a practice session for the 90s animation.
sure.
That was definitely.
Which, to be fair, they fucking nailed. And if they hadn't made some of the 80s mistakes that they made in this, they may not have made the 90s show so fucking good. So
Yeah. So there you go.
That's great.
This was the template. The practice session.
If you would like us to watch anything else, or if you have comments, if I got anything wrong, I know I got the date wrong pretty much consistently throughout it. But if there's anything you'd like to correct us on, or if there's other episodes or other shows you'd like us to watch along and comment on and react to, you can get in touch, incompletegeekspodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, and if you want to leave a comment, tell us about this episode. You can actually watch this episode on YouTube. It is available. That's how we watched it today. It was just literally.
Oh, like we're not going to do an episode on YouTube, but this episode is on YouTube.
But this, the episode of Pryde of the X-Men that we've just watched.
Yeah. Just watch it on YouTube. It's all there.
So have a watch. Let us know what you think. Follow us on all I'll say all the socials. We've got like 2.
We've got 2, which we're not really putting as much love into as we should. But
Don't say that.
As we should. I love
the
them.
best.
I love them, but I keep forgetting to do more. So I apologize.
I am forgetting as well.
Yeah,
but we're moving on. Things have changed. Things are changing, and we'll do a lot more. We promise.
I hope so.
It's on Instagram and TikTok. Our handles on both of those are @IncompleteGeeks.
Yeah.
That's it.
So again, sorry if we got anything wrong. I apologize. I do love this franchise a huge amount.
Give us a like. Give us this episode. Share it with your friends. Anybody else who's listened to geeky stuff.
Get them involved. Let's keep these vibes going. Let's keep these good vibes going.
Definitely.
And I apologize if we got anything wrong, but we are not complete geeks.
But we are working on it.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
I wanted to go.